It's been a kind of a remarkable journey for Bandon Grammar over the last 5 or 6 years, from nowhere to now being one of the mainstays in the latter stages of the competition.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a journey, all right, I suppose. Look, we've always had rugby here, and we've always had great people, great rugby people here, you know, George Bradfield, and going back the years, even our principal here, Ian Coombs, they always kind of flew the flag for rugby here. But I suppose, yeah, they made a decision 5 or 6 years ago to become an A school. And I suppose we just had to kind of upgrade everything to, you know, just to be a little bit more professional, you know, get more gym work done, be more consistent with our training, our fixtures. The whole system had to change, really.
Hit the ground running in the group stages?
We did, I suppose. We took the group stage games like as seriously as we could. We saw them as a really good opportunity to develop everybody, and also you want to pitch yourself against the best. I suppose we were lucky. We had Prez here in the first round. There was great buzz around for that, and we managed to beat Prez for the first time ever in a senior cup game, which was a lovely little landmark for the school. And we went up to Limerick then, and we had a couple of hard games in Limerick. We played Castle Troy, won by a last minute try. We played Ardskull Reach, won by a last minute penalty. And then Glensall Abbey came down here, and we just won by a score against them. So they were great games, brilliant development. We learned so much from them. Yeah, thankfully we topped the group. It gave us a lot of confidence kind of during the Christmas break. You know, we were saying, okay, we're going in the right direction, we're doing the right thing, we've loads to work on, but you know what, we're going okay, and we just need to keep everybody moving in the same direction.
Okay, so you came back after Christmas. It was CBC then, was that your first outing? Didn't go according to plan?
Christmas is kind of a funny one, especially being a boarding school. Like, we've a guy in our first 15 that lives in Germany, you know, so we had different challenges over Christmas, keeping lads together, people away, you know, this and that, friendlies and injuries, and so we had a bit of a stuttery Christmas and tried to get it together then for the CBC game, and you know, we did reasonably well against CBC. We scored a few tries, but you know, CBC are a great outfit, well drilled outfit, and yeah, they pipped us at the post, but I suppose stuff like that, you just learn, focus, and just go again, and we did, like, prepared really well for Rockwell, and thanks be to God, we got through 17-0 that day and played quite well, and the spirits are high again.
I can well imagine. Now, you mentioned the challenges of being a boarding school, so you've one player in Germany.
Yeah.
What's the rest of the makeup? How much of it is domestic West Cork?
I know, to be fair, like, we're very lucky. We have a lot of like brilliant rugby clubs around West Cork that, you know, provide us with well-developed players coming into first year. You know, we have a lot of Kinsale, Skibbereen, Bandon, a couple of lads from the city, lots of GA players. We've a bit of everything here, you know, lads from near and far. But I suppose that's kind of a nice thing too, because we have to there's a really nice, you know, culture in the school, like, and that's where it all starts. Like, the kids are surrounded by brilliant people all day in school, and there's a brilliant ethos, and I suppose the boarding element brings a little bit of a family element to the whole thing, and that bleeds into our rugby as well, our rugby team, and the culture, and being in the mornings, the lads feel really close, and you can kind of build from that, and there's a real brotherhood there between the lads. So yeah, like, I always look, even though we have a couple of logistical, you know, challenges, yeah, even at weekends, you know, like, obviously we train Saturdays, and some guys are going home for the weekend, so little things like that, but all small things, and the lads are brilliant. Their commitment to everything is amazing.
How big is the challenge facing you this week?
Unbelievably big. Crescent have been without a doubt the best team in the competition so far this year. Won all their games in the group stages. Probably were in the harder group. CBC, and they had Munchins, and they had the Munster CSP. They had a really, really tough group, and just looking at all their games, they were relatively comfortable in all their games. They play an amazing style of rugby. Obviously really well coached. Like they play a beautiful style of rugby actually. Move the ball really well, play it to space. You can tell they have a lovely mentality. Their players aren't afraid to make mistakes. High tempo, quick breakdowns, powerful pack, skillful backs. They're everything a coach would want in their team. To be honest, they have a bit of swag about them. And that's our challenge: how to try and counteract that.
And what would it mean to Bandon Grammar School to qualify for the Munster Schools Senior Cup final?
It'd be absolutely huge. There's already a massive buzz around the semi-final. I don't know what would happen if we got to the final. It would be mad altogether. It would mean everything. I mean, there's a lot of people that have put a lot of time into Bandon Grammar School rugby. We've two Collins brothers here coaching with the last 15 years, loads of coaches from first, second, junior cup, loads of people that have put in crazy time into the lads here. Be an unbelievably proud day if we could make it happen,
Final question then, which isn't about the boys but the girls. Bit of history being made with the Munster Schools Senior Cup and Junior Cup opening up to girls this year, and Bandon Grammar is one of the schools that will be participating.
Absolute no-brainer for us. The hunger for girls rugby in the school is through the roof. We took a load of them up to see the Ireland Italy game yesterday and stuff. They're just as energetic and enthusiastic and hungry for rugby as anybody else. Very lucky this year. We got a really good coach and teacher in, Niamh Buggy, and she's been the driving force behind it, to be fair. And one of the biggest names in women's rugby in Ireland, Fiona Hayes, comes down and coaches the girls weekly as well. So no brainer for us to enter those competitions, and we'll be going all out for that too.